Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about case taking in different type of cases. In previous lectures we discussed about case taking in chronic cases, case taking in acute cases, how we should proceed for taking a case when the disease is of chronic in nature, as well as when the disease is acute in nature, how we should proceed for the case taking. Then what is different between chronic case taking and acute case taking. So in short, we will revise case taking in chronic cases. So chronic diseases are those which arise from chronic miasm. In other words, they spread gradually without being noticed. Every chronic disease has 5 phases such as asymptomatic, benign symptom, comprised function, decompensated function, end stage. So, in many chronic disease or many chronic cases, when we are going to take the chronic cases, then we discussed already in difficulties of case taking which difficulties we may face while taking the chronic case. So many times if the disease is one sided, then we get only one or two symptoms, or we cannot get any proper history, any proper symptom from the patient. Then benign symptoms related to the disease only. Then comprised function, that is insufficiency of the symptoms. Decompensated function, that is failure. And end stage, that means the advanced pathological condition. So investigation of chronic diseases must be done in detail, because when we take the detailed history, when we proper investigate the chronic case in detail, then and then only we get the proper totality of chronic disease. And after getting proper totality, then only we can able to find out the proper similimum and the patient get cured. Then details of presenting complaints, part, history, mental and physical characteristics, family history should be taken in account. Now, how we should proceed for case taking in acute diseases or case taking in acute exacerbation in which there is chronic disease behind. Sometimes a chronic disease may present with an acute exacerbation. The presentation might look like an acute disease with repeated occurrence. That means there is chronic disease, the patient is suffering from any chronic disease, and there is acute exacerbation or acute repeated occurrence of acute disease. In such case, a detailed case taking is must after acute exacerbation subsides to treat underlying chronic disease. So, in such case, when we are dealing with the acute exacerbation in chronic disease, then we only consider the symptoms of acute disease. We find out the similimum accordingly, and we should cure or remove that acute condition. We should feel the patient better from that acute exacerbation, and then when the acute condition is over, then we should take the proper case and then we treat the underlying chronic disease when the acute exacerbation is over. Case taking in acute disease with a chronic background. When an individual has an acute disease, the case taking is limited to the symptoms of the case only, not to take into consideration that the patient had any chronic disease. The same as we discussed in the previous slide. Take the case regarding the acute complaint only and prescribe on that without considering the chronic condition or chronic disease. We have to pay little attention to the chronic symptoms because acute disease have sudden onset and decline, and they are so violent and they give no time for a detailed case taking. Means why we should give importance to only acute symptoms or during acute exacerbation we cannot consider the chronic symptoms, because though the acute disease is violent, it starts suddenly, it is the nature of the acute disease is violent, so it starts suddenly with violence and declines suddenly. And many times if the violence is so much or too much, then in such case we should not take much details while taking the case, because the patient may the symptoms of the patient may worsen when we waste the time, or the patient may dies if he cannot get the proper treatment at proper time. So the treatment should be given immediately when there is acute disease is too much violent. Now we discuss about Kent's view about the case taking. According to Dr. Kent, we should never consider acute and chronic disease together. Sequelae of acute diseases are psoric disorders and must be treated as psora. As discussed previously, acute diseases and chronic diseases, we should not consider both conditions simultaneously. We should first treat the acute condition and then we go towards the chronic condition. So in acute disease there is always psoric background. According to Dr. Kent, sometimes some symptoms of chronic disease may persist to be active during an acute disease. So if the acute disease is active in chronic disease having in its background, but then also sometimes some symptoms of chronic disease they persist with the acute disease. They are peculiar because they have not disappeared and are often guiding in choice of medicine for acute disease. So these symptoms they are called as peculiar because they guide us or they help us to find out the simillimum. So this is the view of Dr. Kent about case taking. So according to Dr. Kent, he said that we should never treat acute condition and chronic conditions simultaneously. Then there may be or there is always SORA behind the acute disease, and some symptoms of chronic disease, they may active during an acute condition, and these are helpful to finding out the simillimum, especially in acute condition. So this is Kent's view. Now we see H.A. Roberts' view about case taking. So according to H.A. Robert, when we are dealing with an acute condition, do not deep into the chronic state at the same time. The same statement as given by Dr. Kent. Then a clear picture of chronic state is obtained at the end of an acute attack. So, during an acute attack or after, when we treat the acute condition, then after the acute condition get over or at the end of acute condition, we get the clear picture of the chronic state when we take detailed history of the patient, of his sufferings after the acute condition is over. So we get the clear idea of the chronic state of the patient. So this is the view of H.A. Robert. Then what Dr. Perez Smith he said about the case taking. When you have an acute case, begin treatment with a remedy from vegetable kingdom. So this is important point according to Dr. Perez Smith, that when there is acute case, when the disease is acute, then our remedy while treating the patient, we should start with the vegetable kingdom. In acute cases, art of physician lies in taking case only of the symptoms of the moment, of the acute symptoms that he has before him. So, when the physician was dealing with acute state of the patient, then the present symptoms of the disease and acute symptoms as he has before him. So these symptoms the physician must collect properly, not to take into consideration that patient had tuberculosis or cancer. These are beside acute things. Means in short, he should not consider the symptoms of chronic disease. As the example is given, for example, if the patient is suffering from tuberculosis or the patient is suffering from cancer, so these are the chronic conditions, and in these chronic conditions, if there is acute cold coryza or acute fever, then in such cases we should first give importance, or we should first treat the fever or the cough cold, and then after the symptoms of the acute state, that is symptoms of fever, symptoms of cough cold is get over, then we should take the detailed history of the patient suffering. That means as we are discussing the examples of tuberculosis or cancer, so we should take the detailed history of or detail symptoms of the patient's chronic suffering as tuberculosis or cancer, and then we should find out the similimum. So, while treating with the acute case, we should only consider the symptoms of the acute disease, or acute symptoms we should only consider. If you have an aggravation from something you like, it is curious. Means, if there is aggravation, then why there is aggravation, then how much aggravation is there, it is curious. To this you must be at once attentive. When you have a patient in acute and very serious stage and his life is on danger, if he craves something, give it to him. That is, if in acute disease he is dying and he wants brandy, give it to him. This is also we discussed in the acute case taking, that to get the palliative effect, we should provide whatever the desire of the patient for food, drink, as well as we should provide the temperature, the clothings according to the patient's requirement. Then we should get the palliative effect, or then we can achieve our aim to cure the patient with less harm, or easily we should treat or we should cure the patient. Now, what is the Benedict Castro's view on case taking? According to Benedict Castro, acute diseases are of non-miasmatic in origin. So, how the acute diseases, they are non-miasmatic? There is always SORA in the background. For treatment of acute manifestations of chronic disease, symptoms like type of pain, location of affection, site of affection, or organ involved, etc., are sufficient for prescription, which suggests that acute diseases must be treated with the help of modalities of prominent symptoms. So, in acute condition, when we are treating the acute condition, so the symptoms like type of pain, location of affection, where the affection is, the side of affection, is it right, left side, or which organ is involved, these information or such type of information are sufficient for prescription. And acute diseases, in acute diseases we should give importance to the modalities, especially modalities of the prominent symptoms, because the modalities are the very much important thing, because it gives us a proper similimum or helps to find out the similimum. In chronic disease or acute disease, any relevant circumstance, domestic or otherwise, should be removed for permanent cure. Acute and acute exacerbation of chronic disease should be treated likely, preferably with low potency. So when we are treating acute condition or acute exacerbation of chronic disease, then we should find out the totality according to the we should find out the simillimum according to totality, and while prescribing our selected simillimum, we should prefer or preferably we should give a low potency to the patient. Now, case taking in one-sided diseases. So, one-sided diseases are those diseases which present with only one or two principal symptoms or very few symptoms, obscuring almost all others. What is one-sided disease? Means it is a chronic state of the patient in which the chronic state or the disease state it present with only one or two symptoms, and we can't get the other symptoms. Due to lack of observation on part of physician as well as patient, the disease is made one-sided. Why the disease get one-sided? Because there may be lack of observation from physician side as well as many times lack of observation from patient side, because as the disease is chronic in nature, as the patient is suffering since a long period, so that there may be chances that the patient can't remember each and everything as or from the disease started or before commencement of the disease, how or what is the state of his health. Then in one-sided case taking does not end at one sitting. It requires a detailed inquiry at each subsequent visit and select medicine accordingly. Means in one-sided case, the case taking, we should take the case in such patients repeatedly during each visit, during each follow-up. We should ask the details, we should find out the details of his suffering, and so that it is easy to find out the simillimum. And most of the time the one-sided disease, it is treated with anti-miasmatic and constitutional medicine. So many times for treating the one-sided cases or for treating the one-sided diseases, we use anti-miasmatic or constitutional medicine. Case taking in local maladies. So if the suffering of the patient is in a single part, or when the single organ or single body part get diseased, then how should we proceed for the case taking in such condition? This is given in Organon of Medicine in aphorism number 193. According to homeopathy, there is no disease affecting single part without disturbing the whole economy. Means, according to homeopathy, according to the principle of Dr. Hahnemann, when the person is diseased, when there is disturbances at the inner level, disturbances at the vital level, then it was reflected outwardly in the form of any disease. So that according to our homeopathic principle, according to our homeopathy, there is no disease affecting single part without disturbing the whole economy. So we should consider the man as a whole, not his single part, because when the person is deceased, when he was suffering from, or his any part of the body is suffering, then we said that the whole person is deceased, not his part or not his organ is deceased, but that man is sick or diseased. Name local malady is given because of its appearance on the external parts of the body. As the name local malady, they have given the name local malady or local disease because the appearance of the disease is on external part of the body. It signifies that a dynamic turmoil is located to a particular part or expressed through a particular organ of the body. As I have discussed earlier, that if there is any disturbance at the vital level, if there is any disturbance at the dynamic level, then it is expressed through a particular organ or particular part of the body. Investigation of a case of local diseases along with exact character of local affection, all the changes, suffering and symptoms observable in the patient's health and taken in conjunction to form complete picture. So, in such local diseases, in such local maladies, with exact character of the disease, with exact character or exact symptoms of the local disease, we should consider the all changes, especially at physical level, at mental level. If there are any changes, if there are any observable variations, if the symptoms observed in patient's health and taken in conjunction to form complete picture. So in acute case taking, as we discussed, when we should find out the acute totality, we should first consider the characteristic symptom and then we should consider the physical general symptoms as well as mental general symptoms, so that we can get the complete image of the disease, we can get the complete picture of the disease. In short, detailed case taking is imperative to find out simillimum, to eradicate general morbid state with local disease. So, in short, the case taking is very much important. The case taking is very much effective to find out the simillimum or to eradicate the patient's suffering, to eradicate the acute disease, to eradicate general morbid state with local disease. In local maladies produced solely by external lesion treated with surgery. So, in local malady, if there is any external lesion, then these lesions we should treat them with the help of surgery. In such cases, after observing damage, physician should handle the case accordingly by mechanical means. And if we get such lesions, such external lesions, then after observing how much damage is there, after observing where the patient or what the patient is suffering from, which are the symptoms the patient is giving in acute violent state, then accordingly by mechanical mean we should treat the patient. So, for explanation of this point, Dr. Hahnemann give example of by reduction of dislocation, treatment by needles and bandages to bring together the lips of wounds. So, if there is wounds, then to cure these wounds, we should use the needles and bandages. We should suture that wound, or we should bandage those wounds, and to bring together the lips or to bring together the two ends of the wound, and then so this is the treatment in such type of external lesion. In such cases, as whole organism is requires, there is need for a detailed and careful case taking. In such cases, effect of external injury on the whole economy, like his physical, mental, general, should be gathered by inquiring from patient, attendant, and through our observation. So, in such cases with external lesion, there is need of detailed and careful case taking as well as a proper and careful observation also. And in such cases, effect of external injury on whole economy, like physical, mental, general, should be gathered by inquiring the patient, attendant, and through our observation. So, the case taking, proper case taking, with proper case taking we get the symptoms from patient as well as symptoms from the relatives or attendants, and also with our observation we can get some symptoms. So in this way we should find out the proper totality with case taking as well as with proper careful observation. Case taking in intermittent diseases. So this all we discussed is case taking in one-sided disease, and then we discuss about different well-known homeopaths view for the acute case taking. Then we started with case taking in intermittent diseases. So what is intermittent disease first? So the diseases which recur after a certain interval. After certain interval or after certain period, the disease condition that repeat. So intermittent diseases are those diseases which present with periodicity, that is, they recur at certain periods. These are of two types. Typical intermittent diseases, they present with periodicity, states alternating at uncertain intervals with morbid states of a different kind or alternating diseases. So there are again two types of these intermittent diseases. The first one is typical intermittent disease. Means these typical intermittent diseases, they show the fixed periodicity, they present with fixed periodicity, states alternating at uncertain interval with morbid states of a different kind or alternating diseases. Means after an uncertain interval, if the disease get repeat. The first type is there is a fixed periodicity or the disease repeat after a fixed interval, a fixed period. And the second type is there is uncertain interval, the morbid state is repeated at different time. In intermittent diseases, patients do not have complaints between two attacks and enjoy apparent health. Means in between the two disease condition, when the patient is suffering from any disease condition, then when that disease is recur after some fixed interval, then in between the two state of the diseases, the patient feeling better, he enjoy his apparent health in between the two attack of the morbid state. In intermittent disease, patients do not have complaints between two attacks and enjoy apparent health. And in this way, in between two attacks, they don't have any complaint. After the patient recovers from attack, complete history with other detailed information should be obtained. Means when there is recovery of the patient from his suffering, or in between the two disease the disease state of the patient, in between the two disease state of the patient, when the patient is in healthy state, the complete history we should take with other details or with detailed history of other symptoms like mental, physical, general, and as well as about the particular, and it should be treated as acute disease. So we should take the case properly when there is state of health in between the two violent state, or in between the two state of the diseases, morbid state. We should take the proper history when the patient is healthy, and after we get the detailed information, we should treat the patient. Case taking in alternating diseases. So this is the case taking in intermittent diseases. It is given in aphorism number 193. Now we discuss about, or we will start with case taking in alternating diseases, which is given by Dr. Hahnemann in aphorism number 232. So in acute condition, in acute diseases, how should we take the case? In alternating diseases, how we should take the case? So alternating diseases, what is alternating disease first? So these are the diseases in which certain morbid states alternate at certain interval with morbid state of different kind. So alternating diseases are the diseases which recur, in which certain morbid state which alternate at certain interval with morbid state of different kind. Means there is interval is certain, but the morbid state of the patient is of different kind. Alternating diseases are very numerous. 2/3 states may alternate with one another. That means, for example, in double alternating disease, certain pain may occur persistently in legs immediately on disappearance of a kind of ophthalmia, which latter again appears as soon as pain in limbs has gone off for a time. So in double alternating diseases means there are two diseases, and due to the violence of one disease, the symptoms of other diseases, that the patient they gone off for a time. So the example is given, if there is certain pain which persistently there in legs immediately on disappearance of a kind of ophthalmia, which latter again appear as soon as pain in limbs has gone off for a time. means due to ophthalmic condition, due to ophthalmia, the pain in legs which is persistent, it disappears for a time. And when the condition of ophthalmia get cured, then again the symptoms of pain in limbs that appear or reappear. These diseases have more than one group of symptoms which manifest one at a time. So such type of diseases, they have more than one group of symptoms and they manifest one at a time. Case taking in such disease. Through history of suffering throughout the year and of different system and part, we should consider while treating the patient or while finding out the simillimum. So this is very much important that when we are treating alternating diseases, then there may be two state or three states of the disease are present, and in such condition, as patient was suffering from one condition and as the other condition appear, then the symptoms of the first condition or the first suffering, they disappear for some time, and as the symptoms of the second disease, they get cured or they disappear slowly, then the original symptom of the patient or the original symptoms of the previous suffering, they again reappear. So they have for easy understanding, they have given the example that in double alternating disease, certain pain may occur persistently in legs immediately on disappearance of a kind of ophthalmia, which later again disappear as soon as the pain in limbs has gone off for a time. These diseases have more than one group of symptoms which manifest at one at a time. Means only symptoms of one disease condition we should find out in a patient at a time, and we cannot get the symptoms of all 2-3 sufferings or all the 2-3 diseases which the patient was suffered. We cannot get all disease symptoms simultaneously, but at a time only we get the symptoms of one disease condition. So in such cases, the case taking is very much important, especially in alternating diseases, because the case taking or the history of the suffering we should take throughout the year and of different system and parts should be taken into account. So while taking the case, while taking the details of the patient, we should ask about the whole year history of the patient suffering, and then from the history of suffering throughout the year, about different systems, about different sufferings, different parts we should take into consideration. So this is about the case taking in alternating disease. We have started in today's lecture about case taking in different type of diseases. We revise case taking in chronic disease, case taking in acute disease, case taking in one-sided diseases, then case taking in intermittent diseases, and case taking in alternating diseases. So these are very much important according to your exam point of view, because many times case taking in different type of disease conditions, the short note for 5 marks as well as their in previous examinations the question for 10 mark as well as for 20 mark, the question came before in previous university exams. So these case taking in different type of diseases, this is very much important topic. In the next lecture we discuss about the case taking in remaining different type of diseases. Thank you.